Welcome to Gold Weekly Recap, October week 4th, 4th week of October, and I'll just go over all the high quality moves that happened on gold. These are the same levels on gold that I had since last week, right? Same levels. So let's just go over. We knew that we had rejected a daily resistance at 1931, 1932, right? And we pushed below, and we pushed back below this market structure, what we retested, right? So we are currently below this level, right? And where could we push that? And we saw a majority of the week, price ranged between these two levels right here. So we knew that if we rejected this top range, we'd go down, right? And if we broke further, then we'd go down to 1877, 1874 area, right? So same level since last week. So let's just go over what happened. So on the 27th of October, I think that's Wednesday, what we saw earlier was in Asian, price made tapped into this level here, right? Tapped into it, didn't push up further, tapped into it, and then started consolidating, and then went back up to retest it. So when we check out how that retest was, you can see that price actually rejected that same high. So same high, and then once it broke back below here, retested, continued down. So this is 100 pips from this entry. You can even break it down further, and if we can even go into the 1 minute and dissect it. 1 second, it's quite far away. Here it is. It should be coming up right here. So you just need to know what to look for. Here you see, okay, right a high, we're right below this, we're right below the 4 hour zone. Okay, rejection, another rejection, okay, broke past this area. Now we made a lower high. This would have been the most optimal entry, right? And then just in a couple minutes, you would have been up 50 pips and then secured like some at 1900, you know? So entries from here would have been best. Let me just move this down a bit right here, this lower high. Okay. Down right there at the lower high, you could have entered right there and then exited. So that is the first trade on the 27th. So gold just works best when it's reacting to levels, right? And then, okay, we pushed back up here, right? Rejected it, initially came down like 70 pips. And then in Asian, price went up on the 28th. Sorry, 27th Asian. So 28th, yeah. Price pushed back up to this area, in which you can see same thing happen. It's a 4 hour resistance. We're not breaking it, right? Kept rejecting. You keep seeing these rejections here, and then price. So let's go through this actually. Let's go on the 1 minute and dissect this, because that's 1 minute is the best chart ever, and it works flawlessly when you know what to look for. Okay. Okay. So we're consolidating, broke down, created a low. Okay. Now we're consolidating again, broke down, created a new low. Now we're consolidating again. You see how structure is shifting rather than higher lows or higher lows. Structure has shifted. So price reverse. The best entry could have even been here. If you missed this, right, you could have entered right here, like in this consolidation area, and it's like, yeah, 20 pip stop loss or something. But best entry obviously would have been at the top. This would have been if you just missed that lower entry, right? And even you can look at it on 30 minute and dissect that. Okay, we still have 30-minute price action, right? Let's just place this here. Makes sense. Oops. So when price breaks past this retest, continues down, right? There's trouble here, push back up. As soon as we came back down, what happened? Price hit a lower high and then continued down, right? Where did it continue down to? 1 second. So we saw price come down, break past this level, and then this was in New York. So once price broke past that level, New York volume just pushed it straight down. Like this is right before New York Open. New York Open right here, and then price pushed down just from New York Open 1890 to 1877, 76, right? And then further down later into New York near London close. Okay. What do we see happen the next day? So this was a very clean move, right? And the entirety of this move was 1 second, 300 plus pips. We need like 50, you need 50 pips to make nice profit, right? So what happened was after price pushed down to the support, price formed like a support on the 1 hour, 30-minute, create a low, higher low. But there's still this resistance area right there, right? So let's actually just draw that out right there. So we had that resistance area, and then what we saw price do was price actually looked like it broke above it, and I was expecting price. I was anticipating price to go to 1990 because there is liquidity up the right. It's a previous broken market structure, but price actually went up higher for liquidity above that minor resistance. So it's still in this area, and then push down below it. So once it went down below here, any lower high, this just meant like this was a liquidity grab. Price collected sell orders, and then liquidity grab pushed down, right? Pushed down all the way to 1976. But this is just 70 pips, right? Consolidated and then pushed further down. Okay, once we broke this was in like right before New York opened. So you knew once this broke, it would also continue down. And then that was another like 150 pips. So best entry here would have been like right here after you saw that price wasn't going to continue up. Price was actually going to push down. So like I said, I was anticipating 1990 to be hit after we tapped here, but it didn't. It just price just went further. Selling pressure was just too strong. But the next day we did hit 1890 right there. Almost. We're 2.5 pips away from it. But yeah, those are the clean moves on gold. Obviously, you're not counting it from pip, but see if you sold there, this would have been a nice area to take profit because that's your sell range, right? So still 130 plus pips, 300 pips, 430, right? 430, 530 pips. Gold every week is like shit, 500 pips, right? All right. Thanks for watching and take care.